right, time for Let Tony Try It. Tony always has been kind of a rock star. He's always wanted to be a rock star. He's a rock star for us.
Sure.
And last time we should tell him where he is. Tony, the last time you were there and your cohort there was playing Satisfaction and you were playing a little bit, Gavir's yelling, "Free bird!"
Yes,
Stairway to Heaven.
I used to do a joke in my stand-up act. No matter what concert you would be at, you could be at 2 Live Crew, and someone in the back is going to yell, "Free bird!"
There you go. Gavir, that was Gavir there.
Can you work on that for me?
Yeah. No, because listen, it's going to take me long enough to learn just the one song this morning. Although I have to say, just practicing with Chris in there, it really is a deceptively simple song. Satisfaction, one of the best rock and roll songs of all time, and he was teaching me the chords. Pretty simple. So I'll do the best I can. But really, I've got a number of jobs this morning. We're at Omega Studios in Rockville. I am primarily going to be learning about the engineering and the producing aspect of it, but I do want to get in there and play with the band as well. So I'll be doing a little singing and playing too. As best I can and as much as you can put up with. You guys have been around since, not you, but the studio since 1968.
That's correct.
Have recorded tons of people. Just give us a couple of the highlights. I know Def Leppard was here recently.
Def Leppard, Jack Johnson, P. Diddy.
Yeah.
Timberland was here just a couple of weeks ago. So, and not just the current. We've had you know, Barry Manilow, Barbra Streisand over the years. So it's quite a vast history there.
Wonderful. Take a look at the board here. It is amazing how complicated. It looks completely complicated. How complicated is it?
It's really not that complicated, Tony. If you actually understand one of the channel strips, you understand what all of them do.
Okay.
And basically we can just assign different instruments to different channel strips. If you look down here, Jim, our engineer.
Hi, this is Jim Curtis. He's the engineer. So that's the, whoops, I pressed a button. So. And it was a mute button, so something wouldn't have been right later. This is the kick.
Kick, snare, hi-hat, tom 1, tom 2, and then down here we have our bass, guitar 1, guitar 2, and our vocal. That's where you'll be.
So everything is mic'd up separately.
Correct,
right?
yes.
And in fact, the amplifiers for the guitars are in a separate room.
That's correct, yes.
For cleaner...
Yeah, basically isolation, Tony. What's key here with recording, or multi-tracking is what we're talking about, is isolation. Getting the instrument... only the instrument to its separate track on its own track on the computer.
In the old days, you used to have a lot of bleed through on different tracks.
That's true.
All right, let's see a little bit of this in action. Let's test the levels.
Okay, so right now we're going to get some levels. It looks like we're doing tom 2. So what we're looking at here is on this channel strip.
Nick is the drummer in there.
Right. We're looking at this meter up here to make it as hot as possible without distorting.
Okay.
So on tom 2. We're going to adjust this preamp.
And a part of this is ears, just having the right ears to determine. Yeah, okay.
There we go. Did he switch on me? Now it's tom.
And can you talk to him and tell him what you want him to do?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
So why don't you tell him to hit it a little bit harder?
Can I tell him? What do you want to tell him?
I actually tell him to play the whole thing, the whole kit.
Play the whole kit?
Yeah.
Hey, Nick, can you play everything for me, the whole kit? Yeah, I'm producing. This is going to be a long process here. We're going to get the drums down, then we'll work on the guitars, the vocalists, everything. So we'll continue to work on that, and we'll gradually put this all together. By the end of the show, we're going to have a finished recording, hopefully. All right, Chris, thank you very much. I'll see you again in just a little bit.
All right.
Also, later on, we're going to talk about the fact that you can take classes here, too, so stay with us for that. Right now, let's find out what's happening with traffic. For that, we go once again to Julie Wright. Julie.
Are we going to start with the vocals? Me, 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 me. I don't know if there's a class for that. I'm not quite sure there's a class that can help that.